Hi, folks. I hope you are having a good week so far. Now that Unit 1 is over, the personal narrative unit, I'm going to go over some things that you can expect in Unit 2. The Unit 2 content should be available for you to view now, so I'm going to go over that a little bit. It's a little more scaffolded, I guess, than the first unit. We had a pretty straightforward unit for Unit 1, so Unit 2 will have a bit more steps to it, I guess. Not more work, really, just more steps. And it's a little bit of a longer unit than last time. So I'm going to go to content. And as you can see on the left, there is still the syllabus and schedule tab, the reading assignment schedule tab, the Unit 0, Unit 1, and then here is Unit 2. In Unit 2, we will be doing a comparative analysis essay. When you click on Unit 2's tab, the full schedule for the entire unit, which covers weeks 3 and 4, will be listed there for you to see, including all of the readings, the assignments or discussions, and the MLA quiz that we have in this unit. Below the Unit 2 tab, when you first open it, are the unit assignments and the content. So the first file there is the assignment instructions itself, including an overview for the assignment, the objectives of the assignment, and then the technical requirements. As you can see, we will be doing a comparative analysis or comparative response essay to 2 articles that oppose each other in their opinions on the use of torture. So in this case, we're reading The Case for Torture by Michael Levin and The Case Against Torture by Elisa Solomon. These were written at different time periods and for different reasons, and are argumentative pieces about why we should or should not be using torture in America. The skills we'll be learning and using in this unit will include summary, comparison, and critical thinking. And it's important to read over these objectives and the expectations. Notice here that it says, after or while comparing the 2 texts, you will also evaluate which article you found more convincing and explain why. This is important, so pay attention to this statement in particular. When you evaluate which article you find more convincing, that does not mean that you entirely 100% morally align with that article. If you say, I found The Case for Torture more convincing, I'm not going to think that you love torturing people. So just know that you are evaluating which article is more convincingly written. So how do they provide evidence for their arguments? How are they persuasive? What appeals are they giving to the audience? Those are things you'll be looking for. And it says here, your task is to compare how each writer presents their argument, including their main points, use of examples, approach to organization, and their appeals to audience. So those are some things to consider when reading both of the articles. On the left over here, you'll see that right below those instructions are the 2 articles themselves. Here is The Case Against Torture by Elisa Solomon, published in November of 2001. And then The Case for Torture by Michael Levin. And this was published in 1982. So that one's a little bit older than the Elisa Solomon piece. So that might be something you bring into your conversation when you're writing about these 2 articles. Right below that is a link to an outside source that shows you the different organization methods you might be using or could use in a comparative analysis essay. Please make sure to follow through on that link and then take a look at those options. You will get to choose, point by point method or block method comparison. And as you read through those, you get to make that decision for yourself. So keep an eye on that website. And I would even suggest having it open when you are working on your own essay, so you have an example right in front of you. After that, you have the week 3 and week 4 content. So let me just open week 4 here. I'm sorry, week 3. Here's week 3. When you open week 3, the main screen will have the schedule of events for just week 3. So the videos, the readings, and the discussion board. When you close that and open week 4, we have the schedule just for week 4. So the, again, videos, readings, and the quiz over MLA formatting. The essay itself will be due on the 20th of June at 5 p.m. on Brightspace. Because this is an English 1101 class and not a learning support class, you are not required to submit rough drafts. However, I will be accepting rough drafts if you would like to submit them for feedback. Let me see, that is the 20th. I can accept rough drafts up until the 17th. I only say that because I want you to have the ability to get feedback on it from me and then turn around and revise with some good time before the final draft is due. So please let me know if you have any questions about the assignment itself. Make sure to, I'm going back to the assignment for a second. Make sure to read these essay requirements. I know they feel like technical stuff at the end, but some of us missed the technical requirements of the essay in Unit 1. And that's why, we lost some points there. So make sure that it's between 800 and 1200 words. If you go over 1200, it's not a big deal, but try to shoot for at least 800. The formatting does need to be in MLA formatting. And because we are referencing 2 articles in this essay, you will need to reference those articles in proper MLA formatting, which is why we have MLA information in this unit and an MLA quiz in this unit. The only sources you're allowed to use are the 2 assigned essays that I've given you, the articles that I've given you. No outside research is needed or allowed. And as always, the use of generative AI of any kind is prohibited in any step of the writing process. In the future, you can use AI for other things in other classes, but for this course, we're working on our own ability to compose. That's why it's called composition. So no AI in any of the steps, drafting, revising, editing, anything. The point of view is likely going to be a mix of third person and first person. You might want to use first person, for example, when you are evaluating which one you find more convincing. So I found Blank's argument more persuasive. Make sure to do those MLA in-text citations and a works cited page. If you've never done that before, the content in the week 4 readings are there to prepare you for that. So there's some videos there. There's some readings there that will help you with both in-text citation and works cited pages. And then there's that quiz to make sure that you caught everything necessary to successfully produce an MLA formatted essay. Okay, I think that is everything. I wanted to try and make it quick so that you can watch it and then move on with the other things in the unit. If you have any questions, please reach out to me at cassie.outler@mga.edu. I'm happy to meet with you on Teams as well. If there's something, you feel like you're falling through the cracks or you're missing something, please let me know. I'd be happy to meet with you. All right, I hope y'all have a wonderful week and good luck with Unit 2.